Fantastic. Hi, I'm Minnie Baragwanath. Thanks, Karen, Jade. It's fantastic to be here. And first thing I want to say is that this presentation is not about disability. It's got nothing to do with disability. It's all about accessibility. Because what we're interested in it being is this notion of what is it we're trying to achieve in the world. And it's a fully accessible world. And we believe that it's the biggest possibility facing not only New Zealand, but the entire world, economically, socially, culturally. Be accessible as a social movement. It's a brand, it's an identity, it's a lens on the world. It's about being accessible. It's also the idea if the world is truly accessible, we can all just be. So it's a deeply aspirational, God, this is so fast, thing. The idea with be is that in every way we need, for everything we dream, we can just be in the world. So the thing about accessibility is it's about everyone. It gets away from us and them. It's about a world that enables everyone to reach their fullest potential, and a world where we actually aspire to achieving that. The B lens is a philosophical lens on the world. We wanted to get away from a charity model or a medical model or a social model. What about the B model, which is about possibility, not disability? It's about generosity, it's about leadership, it's about working together to effect substantial, massive social change. And if, like Cam said, if we all work together, we can actually achieve that. So the B lens is a powerful, positive lens on the world. It's like Amanda said, we want the 10% up. We don't just want to get to break even. And actually we work with Amanda, and I love her products, so just a small endorsement for her products as well. So that's right. Okay. So what do we mean by accessibility? Well, typically we might have thought about access as being physical access. And that's enormously important, but I'm partially blind, and access for me is about the printed word. For someone who's deaf, access is about having access to sign language interpreters. So the physical is anything we can touch and feel. Can you get into the building? Can you read what you need to read? Can you communicate in the way that you need? The social part of it. What is the kind of societal values and norms that we live within? How do they, in fact, ensure that we have expectations that all people can thrive in society, and we don't create an us and them scenario. And the personal, how do we create a world where every person, oh my god, let's go too fast, that feels like they have a place in the world, and they have a strong sense of who they are. So we have 3 programs at B, and one of them is Be Welcome. Slow down. And that's the Be Welcome is all about inspiring and enabling any organisation, whether it's specific, whether it's Sony Records, whether it's the IRD, how can they come on a journey of accessibility? This was our first B sticker that we stuck on out of the cafe here in Auckland, where I was first employed as a partially blind waitress several years ago. Got some funny times there. And what we do is we capture the information. We work very closely, I forget you, Angela, Great Vermont, DRC. They'll help work with us to develop a checklist that is entirely holistic for any business. And then the information is put up on our B website. So check out the B website when you get a second. And again, as we said, it's a social movement. So the more we start to use this work together, the more effect it can actually have. B leadership. As I said, the personal sphere of accessibility is hugely important. How do we invest in the leadership of disabled people? We look at people like Cam and Jade, spectacular leaders. But what we have to do is, in any space, particularly in the private world, we always invest in our leaders. Oh my God, I'm interpreting, I'm so sorry. I'm so fast. I just realised. Sorry. Cool. And here are some of our leaders. Big, gorgeous human beings. All of them doing amazing things. And most of these people are, if not underemployed or unemployed, and it's important to have change that. And here we have this very dark and gloomy picture of our Minnie Brown and Kiki graduating last year at our B leadership. That's the other thing that we think is really important. I'll probably share with Cam and the team here. There aren't enough points of celebration. We need more points of celebration to shine a light on what's going well. You know, we've got to emphasise the strengths part of the world in which we live. And B, community. So B, although it's based in Auckland, and we also are operating as a social enterprise, our focus is on New Zealand. It's a national-wide movement. And so our challenge is how do we get out and work and support communities across New Zealand? Not to impose something, but how to walk alongside. And so the key here is to get involved, to find a way to get involved with what B is doing. Whether it's about signing up to our newsletter so you can find out more about the kinds of things like this that are going on. Also signing up to our leadership program. it's quite fatal. The best one we've come up with is beatification, which I quite like. But be mobile, be heard, be yourself, you know. In elections, we have a campaign, be counted. It's hugely adaptable, and again, that's what we enjoy, and sort of be quite playful with this as well. Accessibility and social change is very serious stuff, but it can get a little bit overwhelming, so you've got to bring some fun into it as well. Otherwise it can be a bit depressing. And then we have the social media side. Again, a really core part of what we're doing is connecting through Facebook, LinkedIn, all those usual mediums. And again, here's our rockstar group of B leaders, all of whom, as I said, are amazing people doing amazing things. And this is the face of the social movement. And these are the people that we want to walk alongside to ensure that the future of New Zealand is in great hands. And again, as I said, accessibility is the greatest possibility facing us as a country. And at the heart of it all, it's about creating a world where everyone can shine. And it's this lovely quote that Nelson Mandela said when he was released, that as we let our own light shine, we give others the permission to let their light shine. And I think New Zealand all too often, we're told to put our light over a bushel. Who knows what a bushel is? Makes me think of tea, but anyway. And it's really the idea, let's turn that around. Let's actually create a world where everyone shines. So be the change, be accessible, and be in touch, and yeah, be great.